So this is me at 20. Somewhere out there, someone who'll be inexplicably entangled in my life. I have no idea who they are or if they even exist. I might just have to navigate the chaos by myself. I think I'm okay with either. I know how I deserve to be loved and wouldn't settle for anything less. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Stella and today we're doing I don't even know what I would call it honestly, but I'm just talking about dating and how much I hate it. So basically, if you've watched my embarrassing boy stories video, you'll know I've never had any kind of luck when it comes to romance or even just like, you know, the little things as kids, the little innocent stuff, like none of that. Okay, I wasn't involved in it. And I also went to an all-girls school, so I was legitimately afraid of men until I got to sixth form.
Let's ignore the fact that my hair is giving Edward to the hands. I'm trying to let it dry because I just washed it, but the issue is, right, I love reading about it. I love watching films about it. I love seeing it in real life and hearing people talk about their stories. I love love when it has nothing to do with me. I physically feel like I'm getting hives when I have to say things that are kind of vulnerable or sappy. But like, I don't want to be that guy. I feel like what I need is exposure therapy, because why is it every day, like genuinely, it's like I've got a spidey sense, but like the hairs just raise on my arms when I have to be vulnerable like that. I'm sorry, but if I like someone, you're just gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to guess, because I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you sober, let me say that for free.
But this is the most robotic way to go about things. Like, I'm essentially, you know, living up to the whole woman in STEM thing and really taking this into a fucking experiment to like figure out what's wrong with my brain, basically. My idea was, okay, imagine like it's a 51st date scenario, but it's like with different people, right? And like over time, the more practice you get, the less anxious you're gonna get, and the more people you get to know and the people you can figure out what it is you like, what you don't like, right? This whole thing just made me realize that I needed therapy in a different way. Like, therapy just for the whole anxiety and depression thing is not enough. I need therapy to understand what is wrong with me, like why can I not attach to people. I feel like I had a regular childhood, do you know what I mean? The idea is that I go on a bunch of dates, and listen, it's hot girl summer, okay? I always say it's hot girl summer, but like, I am giving him at Virgin Mary Second Coming of Jesus vibes, which, you know, it's not a problem, but I also don't like socialize in that way. But I feel like a lot of the social skills that I should have, I do not have, and I've improved a bit in terms of like regular like polite chit chat and like making friends, but the whole romance thing, it feels so intimidating and scary because it's too much of it is new to me, and I hate new things if I'm not automatically good at it. I just thought, listen, if I'm going to do this already, I might as well add a quiz into it, because I feel like that would just be so fun. I'm going to put the link in the description, obviously, so you guys can do it, because I just think it'll be funny. And I want, if you do take it, make sure to comment what like result you got. The quiz is, which dating menace are you? So it says, I have experienced so many ridiculous men and women in this world and their antics, so why not figure out what about you is my 13th reason. Okay, so I'm going to enter my name, Stella, and then start the quiz. I'm just gonna take you through it and see what I get, and then obviously you do your thing, because I genuinely want to know. Okay, so what's my zodiac sign? I am a Cancer. What's my ideal date? I'd say mini golf. Pickup lines, yes or no? I'm gonna say yes, only because it's kind of funny and it will break the ice, even if it's ridiculous. What are you most likely to forget when you travel somewhere? I'm gonna say phone charger. Pick a scent. I'm gonna say cocoa butter, because that's more me. What's a trait you can't accept in a partner? I hate the Tories, right? But I'm also not going to go after someone who smells bad. You ask a person to recommend you a film and they say Pulp Fiction. Is that a green or a red flag for you? I'm gonna say red flag, respectfully. Thor or Loki? I wanna put Loki. Okay, so I got the soulmate that ghosted you. You're the person that makes you think, maybe dating apps aren't flaming rubbish. You're the one. People mesh well together with you. You have the same humor, you're super attractive, and your lover is literally planning the wedding until you ghost them out of the blue, leaving them back to square one.
child, I don't want to discuss if that's accurate or not. I don't, honestly, respectfully. But let me know what you guys get, because I think it's such a funny concept to discuss what kind of menaces we actually are, because I feel like we're all menaces in different ways. Key thing to remember about all of this is I'm just doing this purely to improve my anxiety about things, you know what I mean? Have a little bit of flooding, a bit of exposure therapy. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that like you can successfully date yourself, if that makes sense. And that does mean meeting your needs before you can find a partner too. Don't know if I'm fully there, to be honest, but I'm also not looking for a serious like thing. But I do think it does require a bit of work, to be honest. I don't feel like you should really get into a relationship if you aren't self-aware about you and your patterns. But like, at the end of the day, just have fun with it. Do you know what I mean? As long as you communicate where you're at with things and are respectful of other people's boundaries and things like that, there's so much fun to be had.
I put something on my story and I was literally just like, any questions, dilemmas kind of vibe that are like romance related, because I want to include it all in the video. First question is, do you remember your first kiss? This I feel like is a targeted attack because I feel like this person already kind of knew. I had my first kiss when I turned 18. You know what, it could have been a worse experience, but it was kind of by accident in a way that I can't even explain. But yeah, I'm glad to say I've had better ones since. But like, God, icks. Okay, I have to sit and think for this one actually. An ick for me is when people try too hard. I think it might be that thing of where things you don't like in other people is what is reflected in yourself, kind of. I have a more reserved personality, so then when people are doing too much and you can see that they need other people's attention, it irritates me so much. Like, immediate ick if you're doing the most, do you know what I mean? And I can see you're itching, you're dying for attention. I hate it when people are snobby about certain things, like snobby about like what kind of films you watch or what kind of shows you watch or what kind of music you listen to. Like, you are not the messiah. Your like genre of music that's your favorite, your genre of film, whatever you think is the best, that's to you. What other people think and what they enjoy is not your business, and it's not for you to judge. I hate it. I get the ick really easily though. If a person breathes the wrong way, I get the ick. An ick as well as being a proper like broy boy, if that makes sense. I feel like I kind of like the guys that are gonna be asked a little bit if they're gay. You just appreciate people that are a bit more androgynous. And I don't mean that visually. Sometimes you can look very masculine, but like not that whole toxic masculinity thing. Like, dress really cool and like creative, and don't worry about like, no, like I gotta be a bro. Like, if you're that fragile with it, ugh, don't like it. I'm sorry, I don't like it. Worst date you ever been on? It wasn't even a bad date, I just got ghosted after it, so. But I learnt my lesson because I also ghosted someone. But actually, it's not for the same, because when I ghosted someone, we had only been speaking online. We hadn't met in person yet. So it doesn't count at all. This person met me in real life and then ghosted me. After making me a whole playlist and like recommending me this, you know, cute black and white film to watch, I should have known. Film bros, do you know what it is? I'm drawn to them. And like musicians and like all of that. But wow, a lot of them, sorry, are sus or very toxic. Best date you ever been on was, it's so basic. We just went for drinks at this really, oh, it's actually the date that was in this video. We just went for drinks at this place called the Le Petit Cafe, and it was really nice, and like the ambiance was really nice, and it was just very easy to chat. And then we went and got cake and a cocktail at like, I don't even know, maybe like midnight or something like that, or 11. And it was just very wholesome, you know? And you're probably thinking, girl, why did you just say no, you don't want to date them then? I don't know, don't ask me. Someone said they have a dilemma about never really knowing if you love someone or if you found a friend in them. Girl, I am not the right person to even ask about this. I am constantly confused about whether I'm in love with my friends or if I just love them in a friend way, if that makes sense. Like, I can say for sure I love all my friends, but I also can't say for sure that I'm not in love with them, which is like, what is wrong with you? But I also feel like it's just, I think it's a lack of experience. Like, I haven't experienced love, so I can't tell the difference versus when I have a really strong love for someone that is just purely in like a friendship way, or like I just care about them, not like I'm in love with them. But I have this dilemma every day, so when you find out how to not be like that, you tell me. I don't know. And then there was a question about how to actually know if a boy likes you. You know what, I was gonna say it's difficult, but I also don't think so. I think you just know, and I know that's ridiculous because it's like, what do you mean by that? But I think it's all about like the body language. Like, for me, I can always tell when they're always trying to be near me, or when you have that like strong eye contact, or when they kind of treat you slightly different to other people. But a lot of the times I'd be like, does this person actually like me? No. And then the fact that I'm even having that question, sometimes it just ends up being true. Like, I just know instinctively, and I'm not sure how, because I didn't grow up with that, but I can just tell. Then someone said, do you like online dating or real life dating? I'd say I like prefer real life because I like to be friends with someone first, but where are the people? Does that make sense? And I know there are cute people on my campus, but where are they? Because I don't see them. And then I went on a field trip recently and I was like, oh, there's like actually attractive people on my course. But like on a day-to-day, I'm not seeing them, if that makes sense. I feel like I have to be a better in real life communicator for me to enjoy in real life dating, but I would prefer that. I would prefer things to be old-fashioned. My ideal type, personality and look-wise, I don't have a type, generally because I feel like a type is kind of restrictive, but personality and like just general type-wise, I'm always into the artsy, well-dressed boys. Like, you don't understand. And I've also realized if someone picks up a guitar, automatically.
And what is that, bro?
Today, we have date number 1.
Tell me it's not the most adorable thing you've ever seen.
It's going well, my love. It's going well.